A very good morning and Jai Hind children. Welcome to chemistry class. Children, we were doing the chapter metals and non-metals. In the previous class, we have started this chapter metals and non-metals, and we have done the introductory part of this chapter, that is metals and non-metals. So I think you are a bit clear about what is metal and what is non-metal. So I have told you according to the valence electron that what is metal and what is non-metal. So I think everybody knows what is periodic table. Everybody has seen what is periodic table. And according to the periodic table, we have certain valence electrons. Valence electrons are those electrons that are present in the outermost shell of an atom. Okay, that is called valence electron. And depending on the number of valence electron present in an element, elements are categorized into 2 or 3 basic categories, that is metals, non-metals and metalloids. Okay, so the elements having valence electron 1, 2 and 3 are metals. The elements having the valence electron as 5, 6, 7 are called non-metals, and the element having the valence electron 4 is metalloid. Okay, and the valence electron 8, they are called noble gases. Isn't it? So this was clear, this concept was clear, children. Let me again revise it very quickly. What is the concept behind it? So the metals, basically the elements having valence electron 1, 2 and 3 will either accept or lose electron, will be positively or negatively charged atoms. They are, because they are having a less electrons in the outermost shells like 1, 2 and 3. So it is easier for them to lose the electron. ओके और जब इलेक्ट्रॉन को लूज करते हैं, जब हम नेगेटिविटी को लूज करते हैं तो हम कैसे हो जाते हैं, हम पॉजिटिव हो जाते हैं. तो जितने भी मेटल्स हैं जिनका वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन 1, 2 and 3 है, they have a capacity to lose the electron and become positively charged. Isn't it? Like lithium, sodium, magnesium, all these are metals. Okay, so what is the how we are going to symbolize it, and what is how it becomes positive? Let's quickly see it, though I have already explained to you in the previous class, but I would again like to explain this topic once again. So children, I have taken the example of lithium, magnesium, take sodium, take aluminium. Okay, so we know that lithium can lose 1 electron, okay, and will get positively charged, whereas magnesium can again lose 2 electrons and can become 2 positive. Similarly, sodium will be plus 1, aluminium will be plus 3. The atomic number of aluminium is 13, sodium is 11 and this magnesium is 12. So accordingly they are having their charges. Okay, so I hope everybody now know how to make shells and how to fill the electron and how to write the electronic configuration. I think everybody is clear with this, so I am not going into much detail of it. Just these are the metals. These are the metals and they have a tendency to lose electron, and by losing the electron they gain the positive charge. So we can say that metals are positively charged elements. Okay, they are positively charged elements and they can lose the electron. Just opposite is the case of non-metal. Like for example, we have oxygen. Okay, we have chlorine. So they can lose or they can accept electron. Okay, so they have a tendency to accept electron. So by accepting the electron, they becomes stable, and metals, by losing the electron, they become stable. Okay, so when the oxygen will accept the electron, when oxygen is accepting the negativity, then it will become negatively charged with -2, like 2 electrons. It can accept 2 electrons, so it will become -2. Same goes with chlorine. So chlorine has a tendency to accept electrons, and it will accept 1 electron. So the atomic number of chlorine is 17. So in the outermost shell, we have 7 electrons. In the outermost shell, we have 7 electrons. So to complete the octet or to become stable, it requires only 1 electron. So 1 electron will be added, and hence the -1 charge will be there. Getting it? Similarly, for oxygen, it requires 2 electrons to complete the octet, because in the outermost shell of oxygen, we have 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So to complete the octet means to have 8 electrons in the outermost shell. It requires how many electrons? 2 electrons. Okay, so 2 electrons will be added, hence -2 charge. So we can say that non-metals have a tendency to accept electron, first thing, and second, non-metals are negatively charged elements. Isn't it? Non-metals are negatively charged, metals are positively charged. They are having a positive charge, they are having a negative charge. They have a tendency to accept electron, they have a tendency to lose electron. Okay, so this we have already discussed in the previous class. So that is metal and that is not metal. And we have also seen few physical characteristic of metals and non-metals. So if we talk about the physical characteristic of metals and non-metals, so metals are generally hard and shiny, isn't it? Like we have silver, we have gold, we have sodium, like they are hard and shiny. Iron, so they are hard and shiny. So the elements that are generally hard and shiny in texture are considered as metals. Getting it? So if we are talking about the physical appearance or the physical property of metals and non-metals, so that we are going to discuss it in much detail in the later sections of this chapter. But for now, we should know that metals are generally solid, first of all, and second, they are shiny in texture. Okay, they are metals, like we have silver, gold, all they are solid and they have a shine, so that is a metal. Okay, what about non-metal? Non-metals can be solid and it can be gaseous. It can be in a gaseous state. Non-metals cannot be in a liquid state, but we have few exceptions that you will see. Okay, so solid and gaseous state, but appearance is very dull. Like we have sulfur, like we have chlorine. So the appearance is very dull. They don't have any luster, they don't have any shine. So this is non-metal. So this we are clear with, that we have talked about two basic definitions of metal. First, regarding valence electron we have seen, and second regarding the physical character. Okay, so if now I think if you see any metal or non-metal, you can clearly define what it is and what it is not. Now children, the question is that from where these metals come. We every day in our life we use metals. हम कहीं पे भी होते हैं, हम कोई भी चीज कर रहे हैं, all the time we require certain metals, and in our day to day life metals are playing a very important role. Like for example, even if we are wearing this ring or anything, that is a type of a metal, that is a type of a element that we see. We use iron rod, we use irons to construct the table, chair, and we use various metals every day. Okay, so from where these metals come and how they are like molded into such materials for our daily purpose, this we are going to talk about today. That is, we are going to study the topic called occurrence of metals and non-metals. Okay, occurrence of metals and non-metals का मतलब होता है कि ये metals आए कहाँ से. हम metals की बात कर रहे हैं कि metal ऐसा होता है, metal वैसा होता है, या non-metal ऐसे होते हैं, non-metal वैसे होते हैं, पर ये चीजें आई कहाँ से. This we are going to talk today, and we'll also see few other properties of metals and non-metals. We'll also talk about the uses of metals and non-metals. So in this complete chapter children, first we have to talk about what is definition of metals and non-metals depending on the valence electron and their placement in the periodic table. Then we will talk about occurrence of metal and non-metal, where they are found and how we can extract them. Then we'll talk about the physical property of metals and non-metals. Then we have chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, so this is the complete chapter, metals and non-metals, that we are going to study. So I think children, you are clear with the definitions of metals and non-metals according to the valence electron. Okay, now moving ahead with the next topic of this chapter, that is occurrence of metals and non-metals. So first we'll talk about metal and then we'll move to non-metal. Okay, so children, I will request you all to please open your book so that you can understand it better. So please open your book children, open page number 49. So we have studied this, we have talked about this children already with 4 valence electron and whatnot. Now we'll talk about the occurrence of metals. तो पहले हम लोग मेटल का occurrence पढ़ते हैं, कहाँ से आता है, फिर हम पढ़ेंगे नॉन मेटल और मेटलॉइड्स के बारे में. ठीक है, तो बेटा बहुत ध्यान से सुनिएगा, this is very important topic. Okay, and this is the basic concept of metals and non-metals. So listen to me very carefully. See, we know that there occurred a big bang, like explosion occurred, and then different planets were formed. That we also know that in the universe big bang occurred, and different rocks were formed and different planets were formed in the universe. Okay, so during that time only there were certain heavy rock particles that was formed, and that is still buried inside the earth crust. Okay, we have a earth, we know that. So inside the earth there are still certain rock particles, heavy rock particles, that are still submerged inside. Okay, that rock particles contain certain metals. It may be iron, it may be aluminium, it may be copper, it may be silver, it may be gold, it may be any kind of metal, is uniform, like randomly it is arranged and submerged in some area or the other in the earth, inside the earth. Okay, so जब पहले के टाइम पे खुदाई होती थी, जब लोग गड्ढा कर करके खुदाई करने की कोशिश करते, आई होप यू आर क्लियर विद दिस व्हाट इज खुदाई एंड एवरीथिंग। सो उस टाइम पे उनको बड़े बड़े पत्थर मिलते थे, दे यूज टू गेट अ ह्यूज रॉक ऑफ डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कलर्स एंड डिफरेंट डिफरेंट टेक्सचर्स। तो उनको वो जो रॉक मिलते थे, देन दे स्टार्टेड टू एक्सट्रैक्ट सम यूजफुल कंटेंट फ्रॉम देम। ओके, दे यूज टू सी कि इसमें से अच्छी चीज क्या है, हम इसको कैसे मोल्ड कर सकते हैं, क्या बना सकते हैं। देन केम द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ मेटल्स, कि हाँ कुछ ऐसी चीजें हैं इसके अंदर जिसको हम मोल्ड करके कुछ अच्छे एलिमेंट्स या कुछ अच्छे प्रोडक्ट्स बना सकते हैं। ओके, सो स्टिल वी हैव several metals and minerals submerged inside the earth crust, and from there, with the process of mining, the process is called, children, mining. Mining क्या होता है? When the people used to dig a very deep inside the earth, and they used to get various rocks and minerals from that, and then they extract it from there. That is called mining. Getting it? That is called process of mining. और जब वो लोग माइनिंग करते हैं तो उसमें से मिनरल्स निकलते हैं। ठीक है, क्या निकलते हैं? मिनरल्स। अब बात आती है व्हाट इज मिनरल। सो चिल्ड्रन, व्हाट इज मिनरल? बेसिकली the rock that they get from the earth is called mineral. अब उस रॉक में ऐसा नहीं होता है कि सिर्फ जो हमें, जैसे मान लीजिए हमने कॉपर का एग्जांपल लिया, इफ वी आर टेकिंग द एग्जांपल ऑफ कॉपर, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने डिग किया और हमारे पास कॉपर 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 बहुत सारे कॉपर ऑलरेडी प्रेजेंट है उसमें और रखे हुए, हम कॉपर लेके चले आए ऊपर। नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है। वहां क्या होता है? बहुत सारे रॉक के बड़े बड़े रॉक्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, उनके साथ मिक्स्ड होता है कॉपर। और सिर्फ कॉपर नहीं होता, उसमें बहुत सारी चीजें और भी अदर मिनरल्स, कुछ इम्प्योरिटीज सब मिक्स्ड होती हैं उसमें। ठीक है, उसमें से हम फिर मेटल को एक्सट्रैक्ट करते हैं। गेटिंग इट? सो दैट ओरिजिनल रॉक दैट वी आर गेटिंग by the process of mining is called mineral. Is called mineral. Okay. Now I would like to give a focus over few terms जो कि बहुत important है, आपको पता होने चाहिए कि what are those terms. So let's start with it, children. Just a second. So we have few very important terms in this chapter, and in this, and after I am introducing you with these terms, हम आगे चल के यही terms use करेंगे. I am not going to explain you it again and again. Okay, so let's start with it, children. So first let's talk about minerals. So what are minerals? Minerals are basically rock particles that contains some important metals. They are called minerals. Okay, not only metals, but they also have certain impurities in it, and everything that is combined in a raw form is called mineral. Now coming on to the term called ore. अब क्या होता है कि हमने कुछ तो मिनरल्स उसमें से एक्सट्रैक्ट किए, ये हमारे पास, ये हमें रॉक मिला जो हमने नीचे से एक्सट्रैक्ट किया है, इसके अंदर कॉपर के कुछ पार्टिकल्स हैं, कुछ अलग अलग इम्प्योरिटीज हैं, सब कुछ मिक्स्ड है इसमें। ठीक, कुछ मिनरल्स या कुछ रॉक्स ऐसे होते हैं जिसमें मेटल्स का परसेंटेज बहुत ज्यादा होता है। कंसिडर द सेम रॉक, और उसके अंदर ये मानिए कि कॉपर ज्यादा अमाउंट में प्रेजेंट है, या हम इस रॉक से कॉपर को ज्यादा एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं रादर देन दिस। कंसिडर इसमें सिर्फ 5% कॉपर है और इसमें मान लीजिए 25% कॉपर है। ओके, एंड आर डिजायर्ड प्रोडक्ट इज कॉपर ओनली। ठीक है, तो विच विल बी मोर प्रॉफिटेबल, 25% कॉपर कंटेनिंग मिनरल or 5% copper containing mineral? Profitable will be 25% containing copper in a mineral. Okay, so now the minerals that contain large amount of metal is called ore. इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? ore बोलते हैं। Getting it? It is called ore. Now, apart from the desired metal that we require, that is copper, there are certain impurities present. There are certain impurities present. Impurity मतलब गंदगी कुछ ऐसी present होती है जिसकी हमें कोई जरूरत नहीं है। Now, those impurities that we do not require is called gangue. Is called gangue. So children, please get introduced with these terms. सबसे पहले आपको पता होना चाहिए मिनरल क्या होता है, और क्या होता है, और गैंग क्या होता है। मिनरल्स है, मिनरल्स हम रॉक होता है जो हम एक्सट्रैक्ट कर रहे हैं, दैट इज मिनरल। कुछ मिनरल ऐसे होते हैं जिसमें मेटल या डिजायर्ड एलिमेंट का कैरेक्टर बहुत ज्यादा होता है जो कि प्रॉफिटेबल है हमारे लिए, so that is called ore. And apart from the desired metal, if there are certain impurities present, so that impurity is called gangue. Okay, so this is very important, children. What is important? You should know what is mineral, what is ore, and what is gangue. Okay, now minerals or element are present in two states. Either they are present in combined form or they are present in free form. अब ये combined और free form क्या होता है ये समझिएगा। There are maximum metals that occur in combined form. Combined form का मतलब ये होता है कि ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें कॉपर डायरेक्ट कॉपर के फॉर्म में मिल जाएगा या हमें एल्युमिनियम डायरेक्ट एल्युमिनियम के फॉर्म में मिल जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं होता है। ठीक है, वो किसी ना किसी से कंबाइंड होता है। लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, it may be combined with oxygen, it may be combined with carbonate. Let's take a very easy example, that is sodium. So we know that sodium is a metal. ठीक है, sodium is Na and it is a metal. ठीक, अब अगर हमें सोडियम को एक्सट्रैक्ट करना है तो हमें डायरेक्ट सोडियम नहीं मिलेगा, हमें क्या मिलेगा? NaCl मिलेगा। ओके, व्हाट इज NaCl? NaCl इज रॉक सॉल्ट। ओके, सॉल्ट कहाँ होता है? सी से मिलता है हमें। ठीक है, वहां जो खारा पानी होता है, द सॉल्टी वाटर, फ्रॉम देयर वी कैन एक्सट्रैक्ट द NaCl, salt. Now from this NaCl we can get Na. Okay, so this is called combined form. This is called combined form. Like if we want to extract calcium, अगर हमारा desired element calcium है तो हमें डायरेक्ट कैल्शियम नहीं मिलेगा बेटा, हमें क्या मिलेगा? कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट मिलेगा। अब जब ये कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट मिल रहा है उससे हम कैल्शियम को एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं। सिमिलरली फ्रॉम दिस NaCl we can extract the sodium. Okay, and again if we want to have aluminium, if aluminium is our desired element, aluminium will not form in its free state, it will be formed in its combined state like Al2O3. Okay, in its oxide form. So from here we can extract aluminium. Getting it? So these combined states are called their ores. ये क्या है? इसका ore है. Okay, getting it? But there are still few elements or few metals that can occur in a free state. कुछ ऐसे एलिमेंट्स हैं जो कि फ्री स्टेट में भी पाए जाते हैं. दे आर सिल्वर, gold, platinum. They are least reactive. They are least reactive. ये किसी से रिएक्ट नहीं करते हैं. ये अपने में ही पूरे के पूरे फॉर्म में पाए जाएंगे. ये किसी से भी रिएक्ट नहीं करते हैं. ऐसा नहीं होता है कि गोल्ड का हमें ऑक्साइड मिल रहा है या हमें इसका कार्बोनेट मिल रहा है या क्लोराइड मिल रहा है. ऐसा नहीं है. ये अपने फ्री फॉर्म में या फ्री स्टेट में पाए जाएंगे. ओनली दीज थ्री. रेस्ट ऑल अदर मेटल्स आर फाउंड इन combined state. Okay, so we know that now the elements are like, if we talk about ore, so they are found in two states, that is combined states and free state. Most of the metals are found in combined state. There are very few that are found in free state. Okay, combined state का क्या मतलब होता है कि अपने प्योर फॉर्म में नहीं पाए जाएंगे, किसी ना किसी से अटैच होके पाए जाएंगे. कैल्शियम है तो कार्बोनेट अटैच है, एल्युमिनियम है तो ऑक्सीजन अटैच है. ठीक है, तो प्योर फॉर्म में नहीं मिलते. दे आर फॉर्म्ड इन combined state. Getting it? So this is something that you need to know. Now children, to make it more clear, let's quickly jump to the chapter so that it becomes a bit clear to you. Sorry. Okay. Occurrence of metal. Children, listen to me very carefully and read each and every line these lines are very important. In nature, most metals occur in combined state as minerals. Combined state में पाए जा रहे हैं, इसका मतलब कि वो क्या है? Minerals हैं. ठीक. Nearly all rocks contain some metallic mineral. जितने भी रॉक होते हैं उसमें कुछ मेटल के कंटेंट होते हैं. Okay. Often the amount of metal present in the rock is so little that it is too expensive to mine these rocks and extract the metals from them. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि मिनरल्स में मेटल्स इतने कम होते हैं कि हम अगर उनमें से एक्सट्रैक्ट कर भी लें या हम उस रॉक को बाहर निकाल भी लें तो वो हमारे लिए कोई फायदे का सौदा नहीं होता है. इट इज नॉट दैट प्रॉफिटेबल. ओके, if the amount of metal is more, it is profitable to mine the rocks and extract the metal. Such rocks are called ores. So I hope you are getting this point, that if a mineral is containing more metal, अगर कोई mineral है उसमें metal ज्यादा है तो it is a profitable thing, isn't it? So that is called ore. In ores, the useful metallic mineral is mixed with other minerals which are not of much use. उसमें से कुछ ऐसे भी minerals होते हैं जो हमारे काम के नहीं होते हैं. They are present as impurities and they are called gangs. Okay? So जो impurity present है, जो mineral या जो metal हमारे काम के नहीं है, they are called gangs. Some metals such as silver, platinum and gold are not very reactive. ये reactive नहीं होते हैं. They occur in free state in nature. Their ore contain particles of metal mixed with large quantities of impurities. दे आर नोन एज नोबल मेटल्स। इनको हम क्या बोलते हैं? नोबल मेटल्स। किसको बोलते हैं नोबल मेटल्स? सिल्वर, प्लैटिनम एंड गोल्ड, दे आर कॉल्ड नोबल मेटल्स। Okay. The ores of very reactive metals such as sodium, calcium contains chloride और carbonate. मैंने बताया भी आप लोग को कि जो सोडियम है वो रॉक सॉल्ट के फॉर्म में पाया जाएगा कंबाइनिंग विथ क्लोराइड, और दिस calcium will combine with carbonate, so that is calcium carbonate and it is called dolomite. Children, ये ores के नाम है, ये आपको याद होने चाहिए। NaCl is called rock salt, calcium carbonate is known as dolomite. The ores of other metals such as aluminium, aluminium का ore होता है bauxite. The ore of aluminium is bauxite. The formula is Al2O3. Okay. Then the ore of iron is iron pyrite. Formula is FeS2. It is combining with sulfite. Copper, it is copper glans, that is CuS. So इस फॉर्म में पाए जाते हैं ये मेटल्स, अपने प्योर फॉर्म में मेटल्स नहीं पाए जाते। Then we have zinc. The ore of zinc is called zinc blende and the formula is ZnS. Iron is also formed in the form of hematite, that is Fe2O3. This is, children, very important. Please do draw this in the form of table. Okay. And here we have, when these ore is extracted or when we get the pure metal from this ore, जैसे अगर bauxite है, that is Al2O3, अगर हमको उसमें से aluminium निकालना है, pure aluminium, so that process is known as metallurgy. The extraction of pure metal from their ore is called metallurgy. Children, here I have a table of ore and metals. So this is a table of some names of metals, name of ore, their chemical name, and we have a formula. Please, if you want to have a screenshot, please do have a screenshot of this and draw this table in your fair notebook. This is very important. So what is important here? We require a metal, that is sodium. इसके ore को हम rock salt बोलते हैं and formula is NaCl. Calcium, limestone, okay, that is called calcium carbonate. It is also called dolomite. Okay. Magnesium, again in the form of magnesium carbonate. Aluminium ore is called bauxite. Zinc, it is called zinc blende. Iron, hematite, magnetite. Fe2O3, Fe3O4. Tin, castoreum, SnO3. So children, this is very important, not only in this class but when you are going to class 10th also. This is the chapter there also in metals and non-metals, so you will learn more things there also. So please clear your basic right now so that it becomes easier for you to learn in higher classes. So children, this was about the occurrence of metal. I hope you have taken the screenshot and you will write or draw this table in your fair notebook. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Hope you have understood it. I'll quickly again wind up this. So metals are generally found inside the earth. हम माइनिंग के प्रोसेस से उसको निकालते हैं, जो रॉक हमें मिलता है दैट इज कॉल्ड मिनरल। अगर किसी मिनरल में बहुत ज्यादा मेटल प्रेजेंट है दैट इज कॉल्ड ओर ऑफ दैट मेटल। ओके, जो इम्प्योरिटीज प्रेजेंट होती है उसको हम गैंग कहते हैं। मेटल्स कंबाइंड फॉर्म में पाए जाते हैं और फ्री स्टेट में पाए जाते हैं। फ्री स्टेट में बेसिकली 3 मेटल्स होते हैं, दैट इज गोल्ड, प्लैटिनम एंड सिल्वर। दे आर आल्सो कॉल्ड नोबल मेटल्स। Okay, so I hope children this is clear. Please do learn the names of or and the formula so that it becomes clear, and that is important. So that's all for today's class, children. Thank you and join everyone. In next class, we'll again continue with this topic, that is occurrence of non-metal, and then we'll see the physical property. Okay, so children, please do read the chapter, and for today, your homework is to draw the table and read the chapter. So that's all for today's class, children. Thank you and join everyone.